I hated math. I was always so bad at math.
Same.
I had this amazing math teacher named Miss Juino, and it was at Burns Middle School. And I got to tell you, she made me like math. I don't anymore because I don't have Miss Juino in my life, but she was hot.
Yeah.
And when I think back at her, she was always in a skirt with like a sheer pantyhose, whether it was like a black or a navy. Miss Juino had it going on. Like she could teach me math. She always did as she should, a cross leg. Like, remember the overhead projector where she's doing it with that marker? And her freaking penmanship was so perfect as she carried the one and circled it with a star. Shout out to Miss Juino. Like, I was into her. Hey guys, welcome to the official YouTube page for Calm Down with Erin and Charissa. This is where you can watch all of our ridiculous conversations and fun interviews.
We have full shows. We've got pre-games, anything and everything that you guys could want. But first, you're going to have to subscribe. Just hit subscribe right there and you're good to go.
And now you can calm down with us.
Yep. Can you tell that we're reading this off a script? We hope so. All right. We need to calm down and wrap this bad boy up. Press subscribe. Thanks for listening.
Calm Down with Erin and Charissa is a production of iHeartRadio.
She is rummaging through. Is it a bag? Is it a makeup bag? Sounds like.
Yeah, hold on.
It's a makeup bag. I know the sound. Okay, you ready? Here, hold on.
Yep.
I'll do it with you.
Sounds like. Here's my grandma. But it's really Tom Ford. It's not even grandma. It's Tom Ford.
Erin, but it's this move, babe. It's what you did. Yes, it's that. Who does their list? Like, who does this? Welcome, everybody, to the Calm Down podcast.
Welcome.
Ooh,
have you seen the new
like
thing where people are putting that deal on and then they rip it off and it's like kind of what you did to your lips or you tattoo them? It's that matte color.
You rip it off?
Kiss.
You rip it? Yeah. What do you rip off?
It's like a new sensation that people are doing. Well, it's not a sensation.
Sensation. News. That's a great song.
They put like this. It is. Well, let's put it to the playlist for the next one. It's like a dark lip that they put on. It almost looks black and then it dries and people are ripping it off and then it's like a matte berry kiss.
I haven't seen. I saw that a while ago. Is that coming back? You know, I'm taking a break from Instagram. I'm only on periodically. Catch me in the streets every now and then. Hey, I got a declaration. Can you talk about how your girls, speaking of makeup bags, this wasn't supposed to be a conversation, but whoever we are, it's our podcast. We can talk about whatever we want. I am getting organized. The brushes are now in their own separate thing, along with like lip liners, that kind of stuff, which probably isn't sanitary, but I feel like it's better than just being in the bottom of the bag. So I've really
I'm proud of you.
Stepped up my, at least some of the makeup situation there. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Calm Down podcast. We are fired up. Erin's wearing, well, we'll save it for the big show.
Oh. You're muted again. Stop touching your mic. You're
I
muted.
hate this microphone. Who's putting the on-off button?
But
where
if they want
to
do a deal with us, we'll do it.
Well, here's the deal: is that I should be the product consumer person that tells you where to put the on-off button. Erin's wearing her Gators sweatshirt, and we're going to talk about it. My God, that's a fantastic. That's wear, huh? God, that's great.
Sure is. It's vintage. I gotta be honest with you. That Walter Clayton Jr., my God. What a guy.
God.
What a bench. What a team.
Look at
what
this
a year.
Girl.
That's my Joe Buck. What a bench. I mean, he didn't say that, but whatever. Okay, let's start. I be here 68. How much of the offseason do you pay attention to, such as free agency and draft? Interesting. Good. Go.
All of it. I mean, it's not, we're not on a daily show like some of our colleagues from other networks, but I guess they're not colleagues if they're other networks, but you know what I'm saying. But yeah, always stay in the mix on things. Free agency was wild this year. I mean, you got a lot of movement. Sam Darnold in Seattle. Seattle's got a lot of movement. Mike McDonald just having a whole overhaul. Of course, DK going to Pittsburgh. Then you've got Russell, you've got Jameis in New York, like all that. Devontae here in Los Angeles. So yeah, I mean, definitely pay attention to that. The draft is coming up in 2 weeks. Where will Cam Ward go? Where will Shador go? Travis Hunter. So
Travis Hunter.
Yeah, there's a bunch of, I mean, it's
Is Aaron Rodgers signed anywhere yet?
He's throwing with DK, or his Pittsburgh receivers. Doing? I don't know. The question of every offseason is, what is Aaron Rodgers doing? I don't know. Your friend's going to text him. Ask him. Go straight to the source.
We have texting issues right now. Not Aaron and I, but just general. I we've discussed offline.
I'll fill you guys in since you're part of the family. I have text confidence issues. Sometimes I'm real cocky with the text. Sometimes I feel like when you don't get the response you want, or you don't get a response at all, then you get in your head. Thank God we're not dating anymore. Did you ever do that when you were dating? Like the whole
texting?
Like text confidence, where it was like, I mean, it all depends on how much you liked the person, but like if they wouldn't respond right away, or if you tried to play cool, or how quickly you responded. I don't know. I'm just so glad
Jared's
I'm not
a real ha-ha guy.
Yeah.
I hate a ha-ha. Yeah. I hate a ha-ha.
I hate an LOL.
Oh, I hate an LOL with a passion. Don't get me started.
He's a ha-ha. Is he? Yeah, I guess he is.
Yeah, he's a ha-ha. We could just pull up our text chain. Ha ha. No, it's not funny, Jarrett. It's not.
Ha ha, Clinton Dix. Where's he going? Where is he? Okay. What do we got here? We've got Mile. Okay, I'm going to screw this up. Mile Eneratama. Or it's My Leonardtama. These are a fun game. It's like, am I missing the obvious? It's like the custom license plates that are like, Cutie Cruiser. And you're like, not getting it. I don't know. I've never seen Cutie Cruiser, but now I want one that says just that. Has Mack visited Ruby Ranch yet? No, Erin has not visited Ruby Ranch yet because Ruby Ranch is not ready for the full unveiling for all friends and family. But it's in the process. As I woke up this morning at 5:30 a.m. to a text message that the sod was delivered at 1:30 in the morning. My poor sweet Josh, who works at the ranch, was probably like, I hate this job. But anyways, I say all this to bring up the point that Mack Stoll, I would love for him to visit Ruby Ranch when it's completed, and when he's a little bit older, where he's like can walk around and we don't have to worry about like him falling in like a hole or something. But he did have a big event. It wasn't Ruby Ranch, but it was the other Disneyland I like to refer to as Erin's happiest place on earth. We will talk about that on the big show. Mack went to Disneyland. There's a tease in the biz. Next.
We're also going to talk about this on the big show concerning
I don't like
Mack.
This lip.
We have picked up screaming.
Screaming.
God. Whether we're happy, sad, mad, glad, and I don't know how to deal with it. So any of our friends and family out there, let me know. I'm going to read a book tonight. Self-help. That's all it is. That's all it is. All day, every day.
Wow.
This has happened in the last week, and it's not
That's
great.
Not good for you. That's not good for anyone, but I can just, this is how I see this going down. Say scream again, like you're Mack. What are we doing? Are you okay? Yes. There's like 5 different responses that I can see follow the screaming. Okay, that's enough. We're not doing that. Knock it off.
I look at him and I'm like, I'm going to tell you what we're not doing. We're not doing that. So I don't know what part you've lost me on, but I also want to talk about on the big show. You've got a big hosting event happening.
I do. Let's talk about
Ruby
that.
Ranch. I want to hear about the anxieties, what your list looks like, the shopping, all of it.
Jesus. Okay. The event hasn't even happened. I'm freaking out. Go ahead. Yep. We'll talk about it.
Beautiful Crazy 87. Tips for a first-time homeowner. Ooh, this is all you, Charissa.
No, you're a homeowner. What are you talking about? I love this topic. I get so excited thinking about anyone that's about to buy their first house or any house for that matter. I have no portfolio financially other than real estate. I don't play the stock market. I don't like invest in the stock market. It freaks me out. I don't know anything about that. But, and I'm sure at one point I should do some diversification, but I get really excited talking about home ownership because I think it's one of those things very similar to the game of life where you play it and it's like a home acquisition or Monopoly when you get to put houses or hotels on your different property. It's one of those things that you should be very, very proud of because in your life you work hard and the idea of, owning something is great. So tips for you. Now, I need a little bit more clarification, but I'll try to interpret. Just tips for first-time homeowner. Is it in the renovation tips that you need help on? Is it in the acquisition of the house? Is it in fixing up the house? I'm not exactly sure, but I will just pretend that you are referring to, you just got this house. Now what do you do? Okay. Well, if you're going to renovate it, I would start small. It also depends on like what kind of money you have to put into it. But if you get a fixer-upper, always put your money into the kitchen and the bathrooms because those are the greatest resale areas. And then if you don't have the money to do that, there's quick fixes to even just painting. Painting, number one. Just paint everything white and then add either wallpaper or accent walls or whatever to that. And then also too, in homeownership, you can make sure your yard looks nice because it's curb appeal. It's like when you drive up to it, are you proud? It's not just what's inside the house, but it's on the outside as well. So like flowers and different things like that. I hope that's what you're referring to. If not, then I'm so sorry.
I have a tip. If you're looking to buy this house, like if you haven't purchased it yet and you're looking over the papers, get a lawyer. Anywho.
Yeah. Always, okay, number one thing, don't ever buy a house without an inspection. And that is not foolproof. We get it. But I really, it's like, for me, it's like buying a car without a warranty. It's like so scary. Like inevitably something's always going to go wrong. Oh, let me be more succinct for you here, beautiful, crazy 87. On homeownership, always know that there's going to be something wrong, but it's okay. You own something and you can go back to renting and let it be somebody else's problem, or you can take pride in that it's yours and just roll with the punches. When the dishwasher needs to be fixed, when the leak is happening, just roll with it. Be very proud of yourself that you own a house. And as Jarrett Stoll likes to say, the more you have, the more problems you have. That's not what he says. But
the more you have, the more shit breaks down.
Yeah. So these are good problems. But it's like that idea. Great. Next. Anonymous. My brother's fiance.
He also says F around, lie around, F. He also says F around, lie around. I don't get that. He says the F word, but I don't need it. Howie's listening.
Fuck around.
Long, not stole. Well, we could get him to explain it. Anywho,
I always like to fuck around and find out. That's my favorite.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All
right.
Anonymous.
Okay.
Go.
Anonymous. My brother's fiance didn't ask me to be a bridesmaid. She just added me to the group chat. Ooh, spicy. I had already prepared to politely decline if asked. Why? Okay, wait, hold on. But now I feel like I don't know how to bow out gracefully. You wanted to politely decline to the group chat or on the wedding? Because if you were already going to politely decline to being a bridesmaid, that's probably why she didn't invite you. Yeah? No?
Yeah, because she knows that you're not that into it.
There's a deeper thing. Yeah, what's going on?
Anonymous,
we're not getting the deeper story.
Anonymous doesn't like the new sister-in-law. She's not excited about this. So she wanted to decline being a bridesmaid, but then she just got added. She was a late ad. Oh, and by the way, we're on to you. Everyone knows if they're a late ad. Like it's not
to
hard
the group text.
No, just like in anything, like if it was a party or if it was like to be a bridesmaid or any of that kind of stuff. Like, you know, if you were the runner up and then all of a sudden now you're getting called up to the podium.
I feel like that's me. I'm always a late ad. That's okay.
No, you're not. Why do you say that?
Yes, I am.
What are you talking about? That's so stupid. No, you're not a late ad. Okay, so what do you need us to help you with? I feel like you need to give us some more information here. What's really, as Erin always likes to say to me when I'm getting down a rabbit hole, she goes, "What's really going on here?
What's going on here? What do we got? Where is this coming from?"
Kate Flander, 20, team sports builds confidence. What is a childhood team sport memory you both have? Kate, I love this question. Do you want to start though?
Well, I was on a dance team and I love that. Oh, good. My husband's alive. He's selling things online. And so he had to go meet someone to sell someone. I've been very worried about it if he's alive.
Add that to the +1 conversation. For those of you guys, this is a real tease. We've got a lot of teases around here. This lipstick has to come off. I'm so annoyed I put this on.
No, it looks so great.
Dark.
Don't do that.
It's already, my lips, I just did the tattoo thing again. So they're already dark, hence the eyebrows. So
why don't you do that?
Thursday. I don't need to be
busy.
I know I'm so busy. I don't need to be putting more lipstick on when I already have them permanently on. Okay. Wait, guys.
So my confidence, okay, childhood team sport memory I have. Being on a dance team. I loved being on a dance team. I know it's not a sport, but dance I do think is
a sport.
For athletic people and sport.
Yeah.
And we were in competition dance. One of the memories I had was I blanked out on stage during one of our competitions. We still got first place and I still cried the whole next day because I had a good 5 seconds where I blanked out and it went the wrong way. And I felt like I let the whole team down. But I love putting your children in any sort of team sport activity. I think it helps start up their responsibility, their competitive drive, their self-esteem, how to respect their coaches, their dance teachers, you.
Oh my God, all of that. I think sports is the number one confidence builder. And that confidence doesn't just come from winning. For me, I always say like the best lessons, and I know, someone like Tom Brady said this too, is the most rewarding things have come from the biggest defeats, right? Because you learn the most about yourself. You learn the most about the people around you. So yeah, sports teaches you everything, winning and losing, being a part of something. For me growing up, it was my traveling basketball team and my high school basketball team that I really learned the most from. I felt so cool. So our high school was only 3 years. It was sophomore, junior, senior. We didn't have freshmen. And I made the varsity basketball team as a sophomore. And there was only 2 sophomores that made the varsity. It was me and this other girl, Brina Cheney, shout out. She ended up going to Oregon State on a basketball scholarship. Girl. Yep. But she was 6'5". Okay. She needs to make the basketball team. She's 6'5".
Sure.
But I was very proud of myself, but I never played because I was the sophomore and I sat on the bench and it was hard for me because I wanted to get involved. Then we went to state and I was like, I could help this team win, but I was on the bench. So yeah, I just think that all sports for any kids, whether you end up playing them at the collegiate level or, professional level, I think that sports is the great, it teaches your children so many lessons that even you as a parent can't teach. So yeah, get involved. Lindsay,
how my mom would reprimand us or discipline us was by taking dance away. If we were fighting or I was like fighting with my sister, my mom would say, call Miss Charissa right now and tell her you're not going to dance. And it was like, no, like it was an awful thing. And plus I didn't want to admit to my dance teacher I was having like a lippy, sassy mouth. So there's that, even though she knew.
Oh my God, I love that you called her Miss Charissa. We called my
Charissa. I still call her that.
Really? We called my traveling basketball coach Mr. Divine. That was his last name, but we had to say Mr. Divine. He's since passed away, which makes me really sad, but he was so instrumental in my life. Isn't that funny when you think back? I hadn't thought about that. Or Mrs. King, my kindergarten teacher, she would give us a red gummy bear if we could count to 100, and she'd go in the back and she'd do this like theatrical performance and come out with this. I'll never forget that, those little red gummy bear things. It's crazy when you think about the stuff that you remember as kids and like what sticks with you.
I'll tell you, 8th grade, or maybe was it 9th grade? I hated math. I was always so bad at math.
Same.
I had this amazing math teacher named Miss Juino, and it was at Burns Middle School. And I got to tell you, she made me like math. I don't anymore because I don't have Miss Juino in my life, but she was hot.
Yeah.
And when I think back at her, she was always in a skirt with like a sheer pantyhose, whether it was like a black or a navy. Miss Juino had it going on. Like she could teach me math. She always did as she should, a cross leg. Like, remember the overhead projector where she's doing it with that marker? And her freaking penmanship was so perfect as she carried the one and circled it with a star. Shout out to Miss Juino. Like, I was into her. Great. I loved her. Great.
2 things I need to just took a lot from that is that the overhead projectors, I wanted to be a teacher and I wanted to write with those pens that you write on and you're going across, and if you were left-handed it would smear. Yeah. And they had those see-through like clear papers that they would put them on, and they'd put them on God, this is dating us. We're so old, but God, those were the good old days. And they'd wheel it always be on that thing. They'd wheel it in. It was on like a little thing. Or if you had a substitute teacher, they'd wheel in the VHS thing because you got to watch a movie and you're all excited for that. Now all these kids are on their iPad. It's just not the same. Miss Juino, when you said pantyhose, all I could think of is, I got to run in my pantyhose.
I'm not wearing pantyhose.
Pantyhose.
Miss Juino was, and that is like in my mind forever.
Mine was
Shout
Mr.
out.
Gribble. He was my 5th grade teacher and he was so hot.
Mr. Gribble.
And I love Mr. Gribble because he would actually, this works with what's currently going on right now in your world. He would have us fill out NCAA brackets and it'd be like a class competition. And then also 5th grade is when you did your state reports. So my state was Michigan and it's when the Fab Five were good. And I did a whole thing on the Fab Five and Chris Webber and Jalen Rose and Jimmy King, the whole Get Along gang, Juwan Howard. Oh my God, Mr. Gribble. Yeah, so hot. Oh, and Mr. Gribble ended up marrying the 1st grade teacher. I can't remember her name, probably because I was jealous of her. She had short blonde hair and I thought she was so beautiful. Oh my God, deep dive. Arrowhead Elementary. I was my class president, but enough about
Shout
me.
out.
Mm-hmm.
You were?
I was class president 6th grade. I
was never cool enough. I was such a nerd.
Oh, I don't believe
that's
that.
Okay.
No, of course it's okay. It all worked out for you. Yeah. Shout out to anybody that feels like you're a nerd. It's going to be okay. Oh man. Those are fun memories. I wonder what Mr. Gribble's up to now, huh? Or Miss Juino. Anywho, anonymous.
I think of Miss Leffler a lot. She was one of my 3rd grade teachers.
Cute.
She talked about how somebody shouted in her ear and she was like deaf in her ear. And so that goes along with Mack screaming right now in my ear. And all I think of is Miss Leffler being deaf in an ear. And I'm like, do you know what Miss Leffler told me when I was in 3rd grade and it stuck with me? Are you okay?
So knock it off.
Stop it.
Oh, we got a long one.
Lindsay,
you start us off. Oh, sorry.
No. We didn't do this one.
No.
Lindsay, 2044. Love y'all. I've been extra moody lately. Same. What's your favorite get out of a funk song?
Oh, first of all, Lindsay, thank you. Robin Thicke's name got brought up and we were just sitting there and then all of a sudden all Erin did was hey. It was so funny. That's where that comes from. But Lindsay, thank you for listening, first of all. I would say, well, you know how much we love our Taylor Swift. So it depends on what you're in a funk about.
Here, let me take you through the playlist of her. What gets you out of a funk? I can do it with a broken heart.
Yep. That, we always go to The Man. Style.
Styles fire.
Calm down. And again, this podcast was not named after that because it was just us always telling each other to calm down. But calm down gets me out of a funk. Also, last year, there was a real situation in my life. And I was just like, it was a big middle finger to everyone that was pissing me off. Maren Morris, the girl, it's called Girl, not The Girl. Maren Morris, Girl.
I don't know that one.
Oh, it's a good one. I'll play it for you right now. What else is on that list of yours?
I was just thinking of lines that I love Welcome to New York, but just Style where she screams, "Take me home." I feel like that is your get out of funk song.
Mm-hmm. Yep. This is how this one goes. You know it.
80s music too. I love.
I know that you're trying, 'cause everything's gonna be okay. Babe.
Sure.
I can't sing.
Sorry about your funk, Lindsay.
Yeah.
2044.
Oh,
you know what? It out, especially in the car.
I also get a little, little gangster too. I'll throw some like real, like give me some old school Biggie and just like 10 Crack Commandments, Life After Death double CD situation. Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Loonies, I got 5 on it. I'll throw a Blow the Whistle on it. Hey, DJ Felly Fell.
Get Buck in here.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you just gotta.
Is this Casey Kasem?
It is the top 40. No, we're 40. We're about to be 50. How are you feeling about that, by the way?
So soon.
I was
awful. Let's not discuss it.
Erin and I have a birthday coming up, and Erin thinks she's 75. Anywho, okay, last but not least, Anonymous, my best friend of 15 years and I are going through a rough patch. I've been deeply connected with her family for years. Vacations, kids, sports, school, events, you name it. I was there. My boyfriend and I bought a house about an hour away a year ago. While I don't have kids, I continue to be flexible and understanding as possible, but I'm really noticing how one-sided this has become. When I tried talking to her about it, we had a total misunderstanding and now I'm at a loss. Any tips on navigating friendships when you're in totally different chapters of your life? Okay, well, Anonymous, first of all, I'm sorry that you're going through this because you're not alone in this situation. You want me to start or do you want to start?
Go ahead.
I would say
weird.
So Erin,
not us.
No. Erin and I are at different places in our life. Erin is in motherhood. She's fully, she's
I'm a mother.
Erin's a mother. And so in reading this about you, like you and your boyfriend, you're not having kids and she's got kids. It sounds like she's busy with all these different things. We've talked about it before, but it bears repeating in this instance. You make time for the people that you want to make time for. So there's that. So you've clearly been understanding about her schedule. Maybe has more. Like Erin has. Yep. Erin has way more things on her schedule. Erin did 19 more things than I did this morning with your own schedule because you got to work around your kid and then your kids. That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. So you working around her schedule shows that you understand that she's got a lot going on. Doesn't mean that you don't. Just different things. People that have kids have to schedule their life a lot different than people that don't. Me.
Yeah.
So I would say, which you have, it sounds like, make time or, build in time with her or go to one of her kids' events. Maybe it's the kids' soccer game or maybe it's something like that. But if she's constantly asking you to make adjustments, then it's, the one-sided friendship. I always chalk it up to this in relationships, whether it's, personal relationships, friendships, colleagues, whatever it is. Think of your relationships as bank accounts. There's deposits and there's withdrawals. If you have too many withdrawals, you get overdraft fees and nobody wants those. So
no,
it doesn't have to be, keeping track of like, oh, I did this, so you have to do this. But at some point, if you're making a lot of withdrawals, then it's time for her to make a deposit. So take a step back, play the little silence game for a while. Cause I know that always like hurts my feelings when Erin and I have gotten into it before and I don't hear from her, like, cause I'm so used to talking to her. I'll pretend like you're not here consistently that when I don't talk to her, it makes me sad and I realize how much I miss her. So maybe just pull back a little bit and then see if she comes to you. And by the way, if she doesn't, then maybe this is just a season of your friendship that is in hibernation and, and maybe it doesn't come out of hibernation. And if it doesn't, then it's also okay to move on. Erin and I have talked about that. Just because you've been friends for a long time doesn't mean you're going to be friends forever. Or maybe you're just taking a little break.
It also sounds like, and I'm not trying to guess what your friend is going through with the kid, but she's having a hard time kind of managing the relationships with people that don't have kids.
Yep.
To be very honest with you, we very much not miss our life, but we enjoy our time away with Steve and Charissa because we need it in the end. We do. We just went away and, we didn't bring Mack because that was our adult time with you guys. And that was really fun. And, we're talking about what we're going to do this summer together without Mack. And it's not because I don't want to be with him, but also having my adult friendships is so important to me and to Jarrett. And so, it sounds like she's having a rough go at that. And she may turn around at one point and be like, wait, where did my friend go?
Yeah.
And that's where I think sometimes you withdrawing all the time is not great for the relationship.
That gets me thinking though, just in general, because I know that there's people that it doesn't even have to just be about kids, but that once they're in a new relationship and they want to spend all their time with their boyfriend and they forget about their friends, like it's kind of that, like you're just so into whatever you're doing, whether it's the guy or your kids, and you kind of forget about everybody around you. And that's okay. If she is a really good friend, or it sounds like you're a really good friend, you have patience with that situation. But then at some point you're like, this is just one-sided and it's not for me anymore. Do you ever have the feeling though?
Shit.
Yeah, no kidding. Do you ever have that feeling though, where, because since I don't have kids, where it's like, well, you don't understand because you don't have kids. Not necessarily with me, but just like the friends and you're not like that. Just curious.
I get the friends we have to have that have kids, but I also know my relationship with you and my other girlfriends is stronger. My friends, Jackie, Megan, they had kids before I did, and they're still able to maintain a relationship with me, even though I don't have kids. I remember Jackie, my nights of going out to dinner with her when, she was here in LA, it was like, yep, I need my time with my girls. And and both of us, myself and my other friend, Heather, we didn't have kids. And because our conversations didn't center around that. So there's just some people that don't know how to do that.
Yeah. Anyways, just curious. But you'll figure it out, Anonymous. We're here for you.
You will.
Meow. Okie dokie. Let's do it.
Let's do it. In the words of Tone Loc, that was one of the best lines Joe Buck ever had coming into a game. And with that, we welcome you to the Calm Down podcast. Hi. I told this 1,000 times. We were getting ready for kickoff. It was a 1:00 game. You guys threw it to us. And Joe Buck goes, in the words of Tone Loc, the guy kicked the ball. He goes, let's do it. And I was like, I peed myself. I don't know why. I thought that was so funny.
It's good.
I love that
He's
shit.
Good.
He's good.
I haven't even had a kid and sometimes I pee myself. Like, it's like, I get so excited, you know?
I went on a trampoline today and
That's what I'm saying. It's like, I know. It's like, and I don't feel like that only happened, you know, I haven't birthed a child. All right.
Same, girl. Same.
Can't wait for the weird headline. Charissa pees herself. So does Erin. What will they do next? These headlines. These people, I don't know who's writing these articles today. My God, they're so weird. I'm like, it's either a really slow news day or what? We're not that interesting. Actually, we're adorable.
Adorable.
Erin, speaking of adorable, had a big monumental thing. Anyone that knows Erin knows that she loves Disneyland. Like fairy princess, like grew up in Florida, like all of the things, got engaged at Disneyland. And I remember when we found out that Mack was coming and we had multiple conversations about the first time in which you were going to take him to Disneyland and it finally happened. Go.
Yeah. So a lot of shout outs. Thank you so much to Disney for such a great day. Listen, my kid is 21 months old. I know very well what he can take, what he cannot take. Growing up at Disney, I've seen parents that have kind of shoved it down, their throats. By that, I mean, we were very cognizant of like, let's get this kid a nap at noon. I don't want to just overwhelm him. And we're grateful that we can do that and that it worked out that way. But yeah, we just wanted to get out of the house. My sister came. We went. It was such a lovely, amazing time. It was cool to see. I've experienced Disney so much. I was very interested to see how he would take it. I know how my parents talked about we did it. I know how my parents brought us there. So it was really cool. I loved it a lot. It was amazing. A little nervous with the characters. Next day, character breakfast. They come one by one. He was more comfortable showing them his waffle, introducing all of us. I will say this about my man. He can take any ride. He is interested. Yeah. He is excited. He's a thrill seeker. His dad may or may not have, kind of tried to lift him up a little bit for the height restriction. But it got competitive. But he did great. And it was so much fun. But I got to say this about Disney. More shout outs. Shout out to the people that work there. My sister, like I said, came with us. Whether you are food and beverage, whether you are a ride operator, whether you are somebody that cleans up at the park, I couldn't stop saying thank you and hello. Aww. These people have to deal with tourists. They have to deal with some real big a-holes, people that are not grateful, screaming kids. And every time Ken and I would say, these people, they aren't given enough credit. They aren't. It's like Animal Nation there. People throwing shit, kids throwing shit.
And you have to do it with a smile. Do it with a smile. And you're like the happiest place on earth. You can't not be happy. I can only imagine though, like all of the, I would love to hear the stories, which Disney can't, say it because it's whatever, but like just of all the under, like the workings, like what, and not like salacious stories, but just like what goes into putting on one day at Disney, like from down, like when they put their costumes on to all of that stuff, because you never don't see the character in character. It's not like you see him like Mickey walking around with his head off the side. Like, I just think it's fascinating.
Smoking a cigarette.
Yeah. Like what? I would love to hear those stories. But did he have a favorite character? Was he like
Minnie?
Really? Like,
Minnie was his jam.
Really? Oh.
He warmed up to Minnie the first day. And then the second day, like I said, we did a character breakfast and mom and dad were sucking mimosas back. And he, the characters kept coming, the chipmunks, he got comfortable. Cute. But Minnie was a real crowd favorite. Wait, so I thought of this at Disney and I kept saying to Jarrett, this is a podcast. This is a podcast. You get on your ride, right? You get on your ride. And I had like a side little bag. And then I had a hat, Ruby Ranch hat. Shout out to Ruby Ranch.
Ruby Ranch. Love you.
The amount of panic
falling
that ensues when you get into the ride, which a lot of them are, I'm tall and you got to squish in and do that. I gotta get my bag in the little compartment, take my hat off, and I gotta hurry and put my seatbelt on. The amount of panic that happens because, hey, idiot, they're not gonna start the ride with your shit hanging out and your seatbelt not done. But it is such a panic. And even when, like, say Space Mountain, you get out or you return, and then it's like, I got to get my seatbelt off. I got to get my thing out to get off. It's like such a weird panic. And I was looking at my sister. I'm like, you going through this? And she's like, yeah, it's such a weird thing that happens.
Is it similar to when you're in an airplane and like you have to hurry up and get your shit off the thing, or you got to pull your bag? Like, you know how you feel like this panic? No, it's not like that at all. You're like, no, that's not the feeling.
It is. But it is such a thing. And it's like, they're not going to start the ride without you. So calm down. Quickly and, patiently put your stuff in. It's going to be okay. But it's like, oh my God.
Well, you don't want to be the person that's holding up everybody is why. Because you don't want to be the asshole that everyone's looking around and be like, why is my kid not getting the ride? Because 5'10" up in the front can't get her legs in the ride. Hands and feet the coaster in the ride. That's so fun though. So cute.
It was cute.
Love the
it was really, really cute. Loved the Pirates of the Caribbean 15-minute ride, by the way. Shout out to Jody, our guide. She was amazing. But Jody was like giving us little fun facts. 15-minute ride. It was a good one. And the little hills didn't bother Mack or anything. So that was great.
Did you go on It's a Small World?
It was closed.
Oh no! I love Pirates of the Caribbean. It's Small World. Oh, so sweet! I love that.
Yeah,
very fun.
Really
very fun.
Cute.
I know that's like a monumental thing for you, especially with your
first visit,
baby. All right, so big weekend for you there. Also, want to just throw it out there here on the old podcast for anyone that didn't listen to the pregame. The plus ones will be joining us for next week's episode. So Jarrett Stoll and Stephen Kandari are making their big debut. We'll all look forward to that. So that'll be exciting. What else is happening? I finally got to see Steve. We've been apart for a little while. He was busy doing stuff with Live Golf. I'm very, very proud of him for he worked really hard on stuff that he was doing down there. So he's finally back. We're going on a date tonight. We haven't been on a date in a while. An actual date. We're going. There's a new restaurant in the neighborhood. I won't say the neighborhood because new restaurant in the neighborhood, which I'm excited. Which we can walk to. We have nowhere around here we can walk to.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that. I'm getting my hair done tomorrow. Look at the roots on this thing. But I've been trying not to do my hair because in the off season, I'm trying to let this thing grow. I'm going to brag about something here. My hair is in the best shape of its life. It is so thick. It finally feels like I've been, as you know, better than anyone since you've had to listen to me talk about this for the last 17 years. I took my extensions out. I don't color it as much. Shout out to Nikki, who's done a great job just like doing stuff to like, she's like, what? Stop doing this, stop doing that.
Good.
And I'm not coloring it as much in the off season. But yeah, it feels so nice to have, like I have had real skin and hair issues a lot of my life. My skin is fine right now. It's not breaking out, thank God. And my hair is finally thick. So I'm just going to let it grow. But now I get into this thing because it's healthy. Do I let it keep growing or do I cut it and keep it short? You think short? But like what kind of short? Like
I actually think Nikki does such a great job. Shout out to Nikki. That Kurt, can we just go ahead and call this podcast this week the Shout Outs? Sponsored by Shout. I think Nikki does such a good job. You should ask her like where you should go next in this journey.
I know. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it looks great. I'm very jealous you're having this journey with your hair right now. This is nothing towards Cody, who does my hair color. I'm not having a good go with my hair right now. I'm not loving the color, and it's not because of Cody. I'm turning very brassy. I haven't been highlighting my hair because my hair is like breaking off, and I don't like the cut. It basically because it needs to be cut. So I am never much. I'm not like you in terms of I need to change things around, but I need to do something with my hair, and I'm not sure what it is.
Okay,
and I think I'm too old to do anything different, and I also think like with
What do
my
you mean?
look, I don't think there's much I can do, but I don't like the cut, and I don't think there's much. We are very frumpy right here. We're thick and then we're thin. We're thick and we're thin.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't notice that, but I want
and thin.
I want to hear your concerns because I vocalize mine all the time. So you just feel like it's just not enough fullness down below. So you just feel like you either need to bring it up or and then you're getting
I
in that habit.
definitely need a trim. It's been a minute. I haven't done my roots. I haven't done highlights because I'm trying to give it a break. But even I think my color now is, I wouldn't even say it's like a blonde. I would say I'm a brass.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm not loving it. I'm not loving where I am.
Okay. I know because it's your own self, you're not going to see it this way. But like when your hair, like when I see you, when it's down and I think it's great. And I know you do, like you'll throw in like some clip-ins, but like your own hair is great. So I don't know how to help you. Don't do anything drastic. I mean, look at me, the voice of reason all of a sudden. Don't do anything drastic. Just trim it up and like use the off season as a time to get it healthy. Also, are you slicking it back a lot? I feel like you're slicking it back a lot. You're doing that because you don't want to do it?
Because I can't. Yeah. And like when I try to do it, I like basically forgot how to do my hair. Here's another thing. The blow drying is damaging it because I'm doing it and I'm rolling it and I'm breaking. And so now I've been trying not to blow dry it. Like people that just
air dry?
wake up. Yeah, but the air dry, we're kinky and we've got things. So now I got to slick it back.
You look great with
the only thing that looks good. No.
You're over it.
I'm not having a good go.
Okay. Look, nobody knows that more than me. I get so bored, hence why I change things all the time. But I think that it's just you need to trim it up.
Give it a
minute. And as far as the brassiness goes, I'm not a hairstylist. I don't know that part. But like wonder if you just like could you just get rid of some of the highlights and just maybe go all one color, or then you don't feel like you have enough depth? Too much?
Whoa.
Really? I asked Steve the other day, I was like, should I go all dark? And he goes, no. What are we doing? And I was like, I don't know.
Your hair, leave your shit alone. Let it breathe.
Okay. Got it. But I just think that I'm so that way. Because you know why? I'll see a picture of someone. I'm like, oh, I'd love that. But it's not my face. It's not my face. It's like, can you imagine being a hairstylist and somebody takes a picture to your place? Yes. Like, here, I'd like to look like this. And they're like, you don't look like that. That's a supermodel.
I'm going to Google right now.
You don't look like that.
Hottest hair color.
Yeah. What are the hair trends and styles? Because as you know, I full on was like, I said to Nikki, I was like, just cut it. Just make it, give me the Julianne Hough, like just chop it off. And I like that. But now I feel like I need something else. So what is the trendy kind of new? Are we flipping it to one side? I was doing a middle part for a long time. Anyways, these are the issues that we have right now. Which
I love this one. Margot Robbie, the sombre.
God, she's great.
Sombre is a more subtle version of the classic ombre, featuring a softer, more gradual transition from darker to lighter. This sun-kiss lived in. Yeah, I'm definitely lived. I've moved in. Like, this is terrible. Color blends roots into shades of caramel, honey, and soft blonde. I don't know what color this is. Anywho, Margot Robbie.
God, I loved her.
Brunette.
Margot Robbie in all things. That is someone. So I've had the great privilege to interview her one time. She was in Tarzan. I think I've talked about this before, but I also am forgetting things. You guys, I'm forgetting things a lot. This is not good. I know I tell you stories and you're like, yeah, you've told me that before. But Margot Robbie
shut up. I do that.
Fantastic. She's so lovely. God, she's great. And also plays like, she can go from Tanya Harding to like the hot chick in Wolf of Wall Street to anything. She really crushes a role, that gal. Have you been to a movie theater in a while? I have not been to a actual movie theater. Maybe we would do that. Steve, want to go to the movies? I don't even know what's playing in the movies, but I would love to go sit in a movie theater and watch a movie like old times. It's probably pre-COVID was the last time I was in a movie theater.
I watched the end of White Lotus. I was excited with myself about that.
Oh, I got to watch that. I'm going to do that tonight when I come home.
Excited.
Was it?
Hey,
okay, don't give it away.
Oh, go ahead. No.
Don't give it away, but give me like, where was it? Because sometimes you're like, oh, that's the ending. What was the reaction on this one?
Yeah, I was excited. I was really, really excited going into it. It was good. Now, not to bring it back to Disney, our guide at Disney, she had some theories and it was like she wrote the show. She was dead on. So we kind of had it in our mind and we were like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. It was fun. It was good. Yeah. I liked it.
Okay. I'll put that on the doc tonight. But anyways, another thing I'm really excited about is I am going to Texas next week I have been asked by Blue Origin, which I'm very excited about, to host their historic all-female space crew. So Blue Origin is obviously an incredible company. And this is the 31st. So this is New Shepard's 31st mission. And it's the first all-female crew, which is really, really incredible. So you've got Aisha Bowe, you have Amanda Wynn, Gail King, Katy Perry, Lauren Sanchez, and Carrie Ann Flynn, a pop star, 2 journalists, a rocket scientist, an activist, and a filmmaker. So representation from all different walks of life. And I'm really excited. Obviously, I do not have any kind of space background. When I was asked to be involved in this, it wasn't because I do have a space background, but it was just from a hosting standpoint. And I'm really, really excited. I've been sort of immersed in this for the last almost like 2 months now, and I've already learned so much. So I've never seen a launch before. I've never been there. So I get to, we have for those of you that want to watch, blueorigin.com. It starts at 7 a.m. Central Time on April 14th. So blueorigin.com. Okay. All you do is log on to it's a webcast, log on to the webcast, and it's live streamed. So from 7 a.m. until the launch is expected to take off around 8:30. Again, all dependent on weather, that time slot can move. But we will be on air at 7 o'clock and really excited to just take it all in. I mean, just as it's somebody that, is a fan of any kind of, a fan of these women, but also just a fan of history. To have an all-female crew for the first time ever is really, really cool. So I was asked if I would ever go up there and do it. And I was like, hell yeah, I would. I think it would be amazing. But like for me in this particular situation, to just be able to go into space. I mean, it's an 11-minute flight. So for sometimes when people are like, wait, they're only up there 11 minutes? It's like, yeah, it's quick. But our friend Michael Strahan has done it. And he said that he did it because he would always regret if he didn't do it. So given the opportunity, he was like, I will regret it if I don't take advantage of this incredible thing. Yeah. So really looking forward to it. April 14th, Blue Origin's historic all-female space crew is going to be really, really cool. So,
So proud of you for doing it. What's the coolest thing about your prep that maybe you didn't realize about all this?
Yeah, just learning about these different women that are going up, but also just in general, Blue Origin's entire mission and what they're trying to do is to give, anybody, like if you want to pay and to go to space, you don't have to be an astronaut to go. I mean, it's something that you never thought that you would be able to do, is that just as a civilian, without having the schooling, without having the prep, like any of that kind of stuff, it's like you can go and you can have this experience. And William Shatner was one of my favorite reactions after he came out of the capsule. And, of course, the star of Star Trek and like all of he's synonymous with space, but his experience in going up to space. And when he came out and it was like he was changed. He like had this look on his face and his reaction was so incredible. It's like, I didn't even know how much I needed that until I had it. So, life is full of so many different adventures and different things that you can do. You could go on a safari, you could go, jump out of an airplane. So like to be able to go to space and in the world that we live in 2025, that being a real possibility, and especially to now have a front row seat to this all-female crew going up there, I think it's freaking awesome. And anybody that's like, oh, I don't get it. Well, you don't have to. And that's why I am so excited to just be a part of this. So yeah, very, very grateful for Blue Origin for the opportunity to do that. Tune in 7 a.m. Central Time, blueorigin.com. As simple as that. Be in your jammies, just pull up your laptop and watch us. It'll be awesome. So
April 14th, that could be a really good day. So I'm excited for you. It's going to be so fun. I almost want to go to Steve, to the house and watch it with Steve and the girls.
Yeah.
Oh, well, not the girls. Willis and Daisy.
Yes, Daisy. So,
girl.
looking forward to that.
Can I give a plug real quick?
Yes.
Hold on. I'm going to give a plug about a new little wear item.
Please and thank you.
So we have a spring line, obviously, for MLB. We have from space to the racetrack.
My God, we cover it all.
Little racer jackets.
Those are sick, Erin.
How
Those are
cute are these?
amazing.
I'm so excited about these. Yeah, I'm gonna rock this one soon. But yeah, little cute, like little
How
racer
cool is
jackets. I
that?
saw Saquon was kind of wearing, like, after the Super Bowl, a really cool like
Yeah.
racer jacket. I was like, oh my God, Saquon. It's like you knew. So,
Those
yeah,
are
very
really
excited about
cool,
those.
babe. So what sports are you doing it for?
We are doing it for baseball. So look for a
Cool.
Mariners one to come your way,
Oh
baby
my God,
girl.
stop it right now. Those are so
Yeah.
cool. That's so fun. And you're repping your
Really
Gators,
fun.
as we can see. This episode will come out after the game because we record this on Monday. So the game is tonight. So we're putting it out in the world because you and I have done a great job of manifesting things lately in our life. So putting it out in the universe, the Gators will be national champions. Woo!
Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys.
Gators.
That way.
Go Gators.
Wow, they've really battled through.
Well, I love you so much. So many fun, different things going on always. What is that? What's that game? Yeah. How does it go though? No, it's the yeah. How does it go? It's like a. Damn it! This. I know drive me nuts.
Remember this?
Yes.
Can you do this?
Yes. But what was the thing?
Slide. Ryan said slide.
No, it has like a little rhyme thing that you do to it. I'm looking it up. Sorry, I have to.
Down, baby, down. That was from Big. I don't know if that's it.
Well, then whatever. Look it up.
Calm Down with Erin and Charissa is a production of iHeartRadio. For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.